the BJP leader, Khushbu Sundar, joins me. And I want to ask you that, Khushbu Sundar, you are today a member of the Bharatiya Janata Party. You are among the few who've actually from that party come out and expressed your anger and outrage at what happened to Bilkis Bano and indeed the manner in which her convicts have got away. Do you believe that political parties need to speak out in one voice on at least certain issues, particularly those involving justice to citizens? Or are we going to see even these issues through political prisms?
There's no politics here, Rajdeep. For me, as a woman, I will stand first and speak first as a mother for Bilkis Bano. I'm no political leader here. I do not represent any political party. But as a woman, as a mother, I think these people who have been convicted and they being released on remission is something I'm not able to accept it. My heart breaks. I'm filled with anger. And I heard Justice Salvi who said that these people who were felicitated and they've accepted the felicitation after being released, I said shame on all of them, the people who felicitated them and those who have accepted the felicitation. I think, you know, as a woman of this country, that is what hurts me the most, and it in fact hits me really hard deep in my heart as to where are we heading, what are we doing? If these are the kind of people who have been convicted and if they're released on remission, what is the law doing in this country? What are we? Where are we?
You know, you're saying...
A woman can actually go through these kind of problems and say it's fine. It's okay that a woman is raped. It's okay that 14 members of her family were killed. It's okay that her 3-year-old child head was smashed in front of her eyes and she was brutally gang raped. I mean, this is what hits me. This is what hurts me. And this is something which I've been filled with so much of anger. And as a woman of this country, I always take pride saying that, you know, I'm somebody who takes my Indianness, who takes me being a woman of this country called India with pride on my sleeves. I wear my Indianness on my sleeves. And this is what is not acceptable to me. And here I voice my opinion. I don't know if it's against my party line. I have seen a couple of my senior leaders actually speaking against it. I've seen Mr. Fadnavis speaking against it. I've seen a couple of other leaders speaking against it. But here, as a woman, I say what has happened to Bilkis Bano is not justified and it's not acceptable by me as a woman of this progressive country called India, where we have a prime minister who speaks about Nari Shakti and who talks about Beti Bachao Andolan at every now and then. And this is where I want my party to step in and say that this is not acceptable. This is not at all acceptable is what I really want to hear from my other colleagues from the party.
Very, very strong words. You are saying your other colleagues in the party also need to speak out on the issue. You cannot speak about Nari Shakti and Beti Bachao and remain silent. But it's not just, the fact is they are silent. The fact is, I haven't heard a word from Smriti Irani. She's the Women and Child Development Minister. I haven't heard a word from any of the major voluble BJP spokespersons who come on the studio. In fact, the BJP has not been sending us guests when we discuss Bilkis Bano. The fact is, whether it's the National Commission of Women or other organizations like NHRC, they haven't spoken out. So I just wonder whether while you come on this program and have very courageously said that the party needs to break its silence, the truth is it's not. Why? Is it because politicians look at vote banks first and then look at themselves as mothers, as daughters, as women?
No, Rajdeep, I don't know if this is about politics. I don't know what this is about. But we as women, if we don't collectively stand together, today with a woman who has been through so much, I don't know if Bilkis Bano will ever be able to sleep peacefully, ever in her life. And today, if we don't stand up for this woman, we have seen the kind of outrage we had during Nirbhaya. The entire country stood up. I don't want this to happen again, time and again. I'm a mother of 2 young girls. My daughter is 22 and 19. I feel as a mother, I feel as a woman. And this is something, it's not at all acceptable to me. I feel that today, if I don't stand up for Bilkis Bano, today I don't stand up for the women who have been denied justice, I think I'm going to fail as a woman. I'm going to fail as a mother. I mean, what happens politically is completely different, but I don't want to fail as a woman. I don't want to fail as a woman who's always fought for her rights. I don't want to fail in front of my children's eyes, and I'm sure that every woman of this country feels the same.
But why
So
don't they
I,
speak
as
out?
a
Why don't
woman,
more? Ma'am, I again say, I appreciate that someone is coming, even though you belong to a political party that has stayed silent, but you have been in politics now. Why don't more people come out? Whether it's in your industry, earlier industry, films, or politics, we want to see more people come out and express their anger and raise a little bit of hell. Why is that not happening?
I don't know. I don't know why. What stops them from speaking the fact? What stops them from being together with someone or show the solidarity with someone who's been through so much of pain? Probably they don't feel the pain. Probably they feel that it's okay for them to be quiet. Probably they feel that they don't want to be part of this. They don't want to be embroiled in kind of a controversy, or just that, yeah, it has nothing to do with me, so why should I speak up? I think we all need to come together in times like this and say that we as Indians, we stand together when there's injustice meted out to someone from our community, and that community is human community, humankind community. And
No,
I want people to
you're
step
saying
up.
human, ma'am, you're saying human community, but there's a Gujarat election where again vote bank politics will be played. Bilkis Bano is a Muslim, and there will be those who will say that the reason why there is so much of silence is because her identity as a Muslim in a way overshadows her identity as a woman who was gang raped and
Rajdeep,
victimized and
Gujarat,
treated in
no.
this horrific manner. That's my
No,
fear.
this is not about Rajdeep. This is not about Gujarat alone. Gujarat is silent probably because they are the one who gave the remission. It has gone to the Supreme Court. It is going to be heard again by CGI Ramana. But I'm saying, what about Gujarat is not the only state. What about the people from different states? If you want me to speak like a politician, I would say that forget my party members. Okay, there's a party line. But what about these so-called opposition who have been jumping at the drop of a hat and sitting for dharna, who have been talking about it and from the rooftop screaming about injustice being meted out? Where are those opposition party leaders?
Your
I
old
don't see
party, at
anybody
least,
sitting out
ma'am,
on the
with due
streets and
regard,
speaking.
your old party, the Congress at least has spoken out on it. The Aam Aadmi Party has been silent. But the fact is that we don't see that collective outrage that we saw with Nirbhaya, as you said, 10 years ago. So that makes me
Why
wonder.
there is no collective outrage? That is what I'm saying. Why there's no, if Bilkis Bano case is what has been hurting people, why there is no collective outrage on this? Where are the people, not my party members? Where are the people of the other party members? Where are the people who spoke up during GNU? Where are the people who spoke up every time there was a problem in this country? Where are the people when there was Shaheen Banu case? Where are the people when there was a problem with the farmers? Where are the same so-called people who were there sitting out and doing dharna? Where are the same so-called leaders from the opposition political parties? Where are the women from the other political parties who were standing up and jumping from over the barricades and fighting for
Ma'am, the
it?
party in power, with due regard, Khushbu ji, both in Gandhinagar and Delhi is the Bharatiya
yeah.
Janata Party.
The
It's the Prime
opposition,
Minister who at the
today
ramparts of Red
you
Fort
have
spoke
talking.
of
No,
Nari
Rajdeep, I do
Shakti.
not accept
In fact,
this. No, I do not accept this. I do not accept
if the
this.
Prime Minister speaks out, everyone will.
No, I am saying, so if it's going to be everybody's will, then we should not involve politics at all.
No, I'm saying the
have
Prime
come here
Minister
on my
takes the
will.
lead, everyone will speak out. Once the Prime Minister
It's
speaks
my
out,
will.
everyone will.
I come here. At the onset, I said I feel as a woman, as a mother. I do not represent my political party. I come as a woman, as a woman of this country.
Right.
I speak as a woman of this country. I speak as a mother of two young girls. I speak as a woman. And this, it's not about religion. It's not about anything else. I'm saying, where are this, and what is really, really hurting me more is when I see women jumping all over the place, talking about safety of women, talking about this happened and that happened. Where are the same so-called women? Where are the women? There's no woman. I don't see an outrage. Go out on the streets. They've been talking about somebody is eating one kacha bangan in the parliament. Ask her to come out on the street and speak, scream her heads out. Ask Mahua Moitra to come out. She's filed a case, but come out on the street.
Well,
Ask
she's
Priya
filed a
Gandhi to
case.
come out on the street.
I come back to it. At
Ask
least
every
Mahua
every
Moitra has
woman.
filed a petition. I come back to it, and I'll ask
She
you this
has
one
that
last
petition.
time.
I am saying let women come together in protest. Let women come together. It's not about against a political party. It's about giving justice to a woman.
Well, I hope many more women like you who are influential, who are women who people will admire in many ways, will speak out like you have. And as I said, I respect you today for speaking out, which is in a sense which is not your party line, where many have become silent.
It hurts, Rajdeep. It hurts. As a woman, it hurts me so much. It hurts me so much. Why? Why these women are keeping quiet? Is Bilkis Bano not a mother? Is she not a woman? So what if she happens to be from a Muslim community? So what if she happens to be from Gujarat? So what if she happens to be someone who's been wronged by the society? We as women, we have to stand together with her at this moment. And this is what hurts me the most.
Ma'am, as I said, I share your tears, I share your feelings today. I almost had an emotional breakdown last night when I was listening to her story yet again. It brought back a lot of memories. But I thank you today for coming and speaking out. As I said, in politics, it's not always easy to speak out the way you have, but we need to take some issues beyond politics. The justice for Bilkis Bano case is beyond that. And I do hope that people out there recognize why there needs to be a relook at her case. But I thank you so much, Khushbu Sundar, for joining me here on the news today.